Good evening, everybody. Welcome to live coverage of the second round of the season for the Club 100 iRacing Championships. Great to be back with you once again for the first GT3 race of the season, and I'm really looking forward to this one. It's a circuit that personally I've wanted us to run for quite a while. It's the SEBRING International Raceway, most famous of course as the home circuit, the host circuit for the endurance classic, the 12 Hours of Sebring, normally held earlier on in the spring. But for tonight, here we are for the first GT3 race of the season, and two 40-minute races in store tonight, and of course time qualifying, which gets underway in around 7 minutes time. Some new things as well for this edition of the GT3 races. Just to go over the temperatures and the weather here today. It's going to be a dry one, 27 degrees Celsius, so in the low 80s in Fahrenheit. The lobby is, as it is today, 21st of October, just after noon. A nice warm day here in Florida, but not too hot for the drivers out there. Humidity around 67%, but no rain forecast for today's races, which is very, very good news indeed for everybody out there. So, with that carried out, let's go over some of the new bits for GT3 this year. The first of them being brand new cars. This is the first time that we will have seen cars such as the Aston Martin Vantage in action. For example, Axel Slijepcevic riding in the Aston Martin for today. You've got Tom Saunders in it as well, and the Acura, although I don't think anyone's gone for the Acura today, so that is not the weapon of choice for anybody, which is okay. It could be later in the season because drivers are in Premier and Club and allowed to swap around what cars they use across the course of the 5 races that we will have in the GT3s this year. There is a difference as well for the intermediates and the rookies. Now, last season we had restrictions on the rookies. They could only use the Ferrari. The intermediates, they had the choice between the Ferrari and the BMW. They are now allowed to use whatever GT3 they want, but they only have one free joker change later on in the season. So, for example, Matthew Shawnee has gone for the Ferrari. Let's not go with Matthew Shawnee, because that's a kind of intercar that we saw last year. Let's find an inter who's not in a Ferrari and not in a BMW. Sam Dimolo is not in a BMW or a Ferrari. He's gone for the McLaren for this first GT3 race of the season. Sam could then change to the BMW, to the Ferrari, to the Corvette, to any of the different GT3s, but then is only able to do that once. If you do it a second time, then we start to get into the realm of points penalties. So it keeps GT3 in those classes restricted, because we don't want it turning into a complete who's got the most money in iRacing to spend and can spend on all 11 GT3 cars and then pick the best one for whatever circuit we're running on. We want it to keep fair, but we do want to give the drivers that opportunity to change around if they wish. Championship standings. Apologies, I've just realised I've not updated the championship standings on the graphics, so we won't pull that up because it'll either say last year's tally or 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 for everybody. So apologies, that's on me. I should have got that one done before, but I haven't. So we'll do this verbally. Of course, this is off the back of round 1, where we had 3 races in the MX-5. Each of them was worth up to 80 points, and this is how the standings do look after the first round. Let's give you something a little bit more exciting to see than a blank bit of circuit. First position at the moment, Max Andrews, 228 points from Max out of a possible 240 at round 1. That was a second, and a first. The other 2 race victories went the way of Axel Slijepcevic. So Axel, second place at the moment on 218. Max leading in the Clubman category at the moment. Axel leading in the Premier category at the moment. We have stated those to the drivers. There will be a review of classes after round 3. That will be the earliest opportunity for a data-driven approach to look at all drivers, all of their categorizations, having done at least one MX5 race night and one GT3 race night. Third at the moment is Matt Swain. Matt at the moment is on 210 points. So we'll keep an eye on Matt tonight. Fourth, Jack Eyre, 196, another solid start to the season for Jack Eyre, running in the Lamborghini tonight. Tom Saunders, 194. Impressive first start for Tom Saunders. Just looking through to see if we've got Tom in the lobby tonight. I'm not sure we have. We'll get on top of that in a while. In sixth place, Joao Castro. Joao is running in what can only be described as a Rexy Mustang. A bit of a cross of the categories there. But yes, so that'll be sixth place at the moment for Joao on 172. Sam Sanders is seventh. Not got Sam in the lobby at the moment, so we might not be having Sam tonight. We might be taking one of his drops tonight. We've got 36 drivers in at the moment, but Sam is seventh on 170. Rob Crawford was one of the really impressive performers. Don't be surprised to see Rob Crawford potentially stepping up from the rookie category. 168 points, 8th overall at the moment in the championship. Josh Mitchell is currently in 9th place on 160 points. Magnus Ridevold next to the clubman's on 144. Also, Sam Spinell 134, Peter Knight 132, Cam Watson 122, Ronald Grossman 122, and Matthew Shawnee with a very impressive run in the early stages of the season, 120 points, having moved up from rookie last year to the intermediate category. A couple of new drivers to tell you about as well. Tom Roberts is definitely one to keep an eye on. Oh, there's a bit of a moment there, just going into turn 3. Tom Roberts has entered between round 1 and round 2, Liverpool BUKC driver, so keep an eye on him tonight. And also we've got new drivers on the grid who had entered before round 1, but we didn't see them during round 1. Jack Mitchell-Lowe being an example, running in the Aston Martin tonight, and Martin Mock as well. I'm not sure if Martin's in the lobby at the moment, but he is appearing on our timing and scoring screen. So the drivers heading on in then after their 1 hour and 30 minutes of practice. Do keep your comments coming in. Good evening to Adam Sears. GT3 cars look so cool. Yes, they do indeed. Love having the GT3 cars back this evening for the first of 5 times this year. We go into timed qualifying then. It is the same format that we've run for many, many years. If this is your first time, though, watching one of these broadcasts, this is lone qualifying. Everybody is effectively in their own little bubble universe of iRacing. They can't complain about traffic or anything of that matter because they're all out on track by themselves, effectively. So the drivers will be out on circuit in a moment. We'll flick between the drivers. We have the ability to look at every single driver and how they're getting on out there. There is Joao Castro in the Rexy Mustang. Very impressive performance last time out. Looking like a very solid clubman runner this year. Although he's got 2 out of the 3 number boards shaded blue correctly, but one of them's still red. We'll let it pass by for now. So keep an eye on Joao out there. Good to see the Mustang. I don't think we had the Mustang used by anybody last year. It was available, I think. I may be wrong. Correct me in chat if I am incorrect on that. But quite a few drivers going for the big Ford tonight, including Ronald Grossman. Ronald currently, just remind myself where Ronald is, 14th in the standings at the moment, 13th, 11th and 23rd in the 3 races last time out. Josh Mitchell still, of course, in the Caramel Porsche, looking to build on a strong start to the season. Currently running, where did we say, 9th in the championship. Sean Patterson as well, one of our rookies, is immediately out on circuit. This is a 10-minute session, by the way, for the drivers. They all have 2 flying laps at their disposal, so they should get these 2 laps in before the end of that 10 minutes. It's not wet today. They're not going to need the full amount of that time. But of course, the settings are still on strict. They cannot have any off tracks. They cannot have any spins. If they do so, their lap times will be deleted. It can be a tricky circuit, this one, for picking up off tracks. And the bumps, of course. If you've got your SEBRING bingo card out, here's a good one to tick off. Respect the bumps round SEBRING, particularly through this part of the circuit. Of course, this place used to be an old airbase back in the day. That's why it was first built, and then similar to a lot of circuits in the UK, after wartime, a lot of those airfields became race circuits. Max Andrews out on circuit as well. He's gone for the Mercedes in this first part of the season. No lap times in at the moment, by the way. But we'll see how Max gets on in this first GT3 event of the year. Indeed, Hassan Iqbal as well in the Porsche. Another one of our rookies. John Adey as well as stuck with the BMW, which was one of the choices that the intermediates had at their disposal last year. Jack Mitchell loads Aston Martin. I like this one. Good livery for the rookie driver. JV will be very happy with that one, with big Club 100 logos on it, not just on the window sticker. Matt Swain as well as a driver that we need to keep an eye on tonight in the HRT Mustang, that I'm sure will be going a lot quicker than a HRT Formula 1 car from back in the day. Oliver Walker as well has gone for the Ferrari, gone with a steady choice there, well known to a lot of new drivers to iRacing. Let's actually go on board with Adam Brown then for the first part of this qualifying session. Adam Brown just winding up to go on to the start of a flying lap. And we'll head down to the first corner. Very tricky first corner here at Sebring. It's a very wide entry. But the apex is a long, long way round the corner, and that gravel trap and that dirt on driver's right is always ready to pick up the unwary. This is a solid start for Adam Brown in the Lamborghini. Finding his way through the first sector. Now building up the speed through Big Bend and down towards the hairpin. This is where a lot of time can be gained through bravery, but it's very, very easy to get things wrong down into this part of the circuit. Matt Swain's gone over the line and set a 2 minutes 0.814 as the opening pole sitters time. Back on board, now going through Fangio and down towards turn number 10. Again, this is where a lot of time can be won or lost. Trying to get the braking right over the bumps through the braking zone, keeping things tight through Collier, through 11, and then towards Tower Corner. This, for me, I think is the hardest part of this circuit. Big curb on the inside, tricky looking gravel and bits of dirt on driver's left, and bumps through the middle of the corner, but that was well dealt with by Adam Brown. Want to carry the speed now through Bishop and towards the Le Mans chicane. This is looking good so far from Adam Brown. That's fine. That is a part of the tarmac that you are allowed to use. And then onto the Ullman Straight, long run in towards Sunset Bend. There's various ways that a driver can tackle Sunset Bend. Drivers will not have the problem of glare in their eyes tonight. Where will Adam Brown go with this? Keeping it to the middle of the road. That's a good, tidy line again from Adam Brown. One of our premiers. Is he going to go up the order? At the moment, Axel Slijepcevic has pole position. Adam Brown over the line, goes P7. Solid start then. Drivers still out on a lap then. Matt Swain is currently second fastest. Not too far away from Axel Slijepcevic at the moment. Only a 10th down on the two-time winner from last time out in the MX-5s at Navarra. What can Swain do over the line? Can he go quicker? No, can't go quick. No, he does. Oh, goes to pole position. Great time then from Matt Swain to take pole position provisionally by about, what was that, about a quarter of a tenth perhaps, quarter of a second. In fact, he's gone a long way under the time of Slijepcevic. He's gone 2.5 tenths quicker than Slijepcevic. Slijepcevic on this lap is looking good. I don't know if he's going to be quicker than Matt Swain here. The first sector was quicker. We'll just have to wait and see, because things can very easily go wrong through Sunset Bend. Tom Roberts has gone up to second place. So Slijepcevic looking at the second row at the moment, out of Sunset Bend, right up to the wall there. Slijepcevic over the line, goes, or does he stay third? I think he stays third. He does. He stays third. That will have been very close with Tom Roberts to the 100th of a second. They are tied. In fact, yes, Slijepcevic only down by 5 thousandths of a second. So it's Swain from Roberts, Slijepcevic, Josh Mitchell, Jack Eyre. John Adie's had a brilliant performance, up in 6th place. What a fantastic qualifying this has been for the driver of the BMW. Andrews, Saunders, Brown and Castro all in the top 10 at the moment. Here's Cam Watson coming round to the end of another lap in his BMW, the Red Lodge Karting BMW. Can Watson break up here into the top 10? Over the line, didn't look particularly quick out of the final sector, but the lap was P5 for Cam Watson. Wow, well, what another great performance there. Who's still on a lap? I think Ronald Grossman is still on a lap out there, currently running in 15th place. Just coming down towards Tower Bend. No, that's a little bit early in the lap, apologies. That's coming up to Tower Bend now. How is Grossman looking at this moment? Well, looking at personal best sectors so far. Conditions good for the drivers in these qualifying sessions. Don't need to worry about tyre wear at this stage of the game. Matthew Shawnee's had a great qualifying as well, up in the top 15 at the moment. P14. Rob Crawford is currently fastest of those in the rookie category. But Grossman coming out of the Le Mans chicane down towards Sunset Bend. Not many drivers out there on lap. In fact, I think Grossman might be the final driver to complete their 2 flying laps. Can Grossman go up into the top 10 perhaps? Was flirting with that part of the scoreboard last time out. Oh, he can. P6. Good lap there from Ronald Grossman. Another one of the debutants in their first season in this competition. And they've gone right to the top of the timesheets. Well, I think that is everybody over the line. Indeed, it is. And I tell you what, the second half of the grid is jumbled up as well. Quite a few of our rookies outperforming established intermediate drivers. Session is due to end in 2 seconds time. There is the checkered flag, and we can have a look at the grid then, and the result from that qualifying session. Fantastic, probably one of our most exciting qualifying sessions I think we've ever had. Here is your grid for Sebring race number 1 then. Matt Swain has pole position. Tom Roberts alongside on the front row. Axel Slijepcevic and Josh Mitchell will form upon row 2. Cam Watson and Ronald Grossman go from the 3rd row of the grid. Row 4, Jack Eyre and Sam Spinell. 5th row of the grid, John Adie and Max Andrews. Tom Saunders and Adam Brown will go from row number 6. On to the 7th row of the grid, not the 13th row of the grid. Let's pull that back for a moment. 7th row of the grid, Andy Alston and Joao Castro. Matthew Shawnee, 2nd of the intermediate, starts on row 8 alongside Murray Adams. Rob Crawford is the lead rookie, starting alongside Tim Ellis. Lawrence Vines and Daniel Cook will complete the top 20 on row 10. Yusuf bin Sahel will have work to do from row 11. He's joined by Eric Mignon. Good qualifying there from Eric. That's, I've got to say, one of the best qualifyings we've seen from Eric. 3rd in the rookie category. Colin Ward and Oliver Walker, they go from row number 12. Then with work to do from the back of the grid, Sam Dimolo and Craig Brown on an all-intermediate row 13. Jack Mitchell-Lowe, in his first appearance in this championship, will start this race from row 14 and is joined by another rookie in the shape of Peter Knight. Simon Delamere and Hassan Iqbal go from row 15. It's Sean Patterson and Kira Boylan starting on row 16. Matt Hale and Rick Wong are due to go from row 17. David Whitehouse and Martin Mock start on row 18. So, the formation lap underway then. We've set them on the long formation lap tonight. It is a tricky sector number 1 out there, or here at Sebring. So, the thought being, give them the full lap to get tyre temperature in. And then we'll be good to go for a run through the first couple of corners. There, Matt Swain at the front of the field. Good evening to Steve Hicks. Steve not racing with us tonight. Hasn't been cleared by the doctors yet to ascend up to the Hicksonator 4000 to get back in the rig. But hopefully we will see Hicksy on the grid for Knock Hill in 2 weeks' time. We do still have spaces available. Entries aren't open at the moment. They will open at the end of the show tonight. So if you want to be on the grid for Knock Hill in the MX-5s, and of course then for the rest of the season, head across to the SimGrid, the Club 100 Racing communities page. The link is in the description below. And on receipt of your entry fee for £30 of the season, you'll be on the grid. The only eligibility, or you just have to make sure that you meet one of the eligibility criteria. The championship is open to any Club 100 driver past or present, any BUKC driver past or present, any current British Pro Kart Endurance Championship driver, any relation to any of the aforementioned categories in terms of a close relation, mum, dad, brother, sister. You are eligible as well, particularly for our cadet and junior Club 100 drivers. If mum and dad want to get involved, you've got to be, or if you want to be one of the younger drivers involved, you've got to be over the age of 13, of course, to be part of iRacing's terms and conditions. You can also be a member of a BUKC affiliated university group. So if you're not quite on their BUKC team yet, but you are a member of the university society that runs a BUKC team, you are eligible as well. And of course, if you're none of the above, get yourself a Motorsport UK esports license, the free one or the paid one with all the extra goodies. One of those and confirmation of it makes you eligible for this championship, to of course have the opportunity to win the prize drives. We had quite a few of our prize drives from last year's championship on the grid during the recent Wilton Mill Club 100 Experience race. So well done to Matthew Davis. Matthew not able to join us this season, work priorities overruling at the moment, from him being able to be on track, but he had a very good run in the heavyweights category. Sam Sanders was on the grid as well. We had quite a few other drivers who are on the grid tonight out in that race on 2 Sundays ago. So if you want to be on the grid with a chance of winning one of the prizes in a Club 100 Experience race or an SB40 North race in 2026, you've got to be on this grid that is just about set and ready to go then for the first race of the night. Round 2 of the 2025-2026 Club 100 iRacing Championship is ready to go. We are racing at Sebring for 40 minutes here in the Sunshine State. It's a very good start for Matt Swain. Decent start for those at the front of the field as well. Hope they all make it through the first couple of corners. Oh, in the second half of the field, there's a little bit of jostling. I think there's a problem for at least one of the rookies back there. But at the moment, it's looking okay for those at the front of the field. It's very tight. It can be a bit twisty through this initial part of the course. Oh, as one of the flying carrots goes off the road. One of the BMWs, I think that was John Adey, and one of the Aston Martins has got damage as well. That may be Tom Saunders, who was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Look at this, down into the hairpin, 3 wide in places. It is Tom Saunders who takes to the escape road, is out of the running in this one. Well, that can happen on lap 1 with 36 drivers out on track. Matthew Shawnee's had a decent start. I think Kira Boylan's had a problem as well. We'll see what's happened to Kira in the early stages of this race. Was this down towards the hairpin where Kira's had a bit of a problem. Oh, a bit of a tap from behind. Matt Hale and David Whitehouse also involved. Don't think there was much that Kira could do about that one. Back at the front of the field, though, it is still Matt Swain at the top of the order. Down towards Le Mans corner, there is your race leader. Looks to be breaking away from Tom Roberts in the early stages of this race. Now, there will be pit strategy to come into play in this one, of course. Oh, such a shame for John Adey. John Adey has jumped to pit lane. Let's try and see what happened there with John Adey. Well, that was him recovering back to the pits. Oh, you can see the amount of damage there on that car. Apologies, we'll just try and get a better view of it as at the end of lap 1. Swain leads from Roberts, from Eyre, from Watson, from Spinell. Mitchell, Grossman, Alston, Brown, Andrews, that is your top 10. Let's have another look then at that first lap incident. Oh, I think John just got up on the curb. Got up on the curb, lit it up, straight to the scene of the accident. That's very, very easy to do round this circuit. Back on board with the race leader. A lot has happened then in the early stages of this one. Expecting this race to probably be about 20 or 21 laps. There's been a further set of incidents. I think Jack Mitchell-Lowe has had a problem through Le Mans. Just see Jack there in the Aston Martin, hits the curb. Oh, and again, just lights it up. That's cold tyres. That's cold tyres. Oh, gets on the brakes. Makes sure that he doesn't make contact with any other drivers. Recovers it back round quite nicely and will get back into the race. But that's Jack Mitchell-Lowe losing a good number of positions in the early stages. There was a problem for Sean Patterson as well. What's happened to Sean through Sunset Bend? Is the back of the car going to over-rotate? Oh, just gets his braking wrong and runs into the wall. Again, another thing that's very easy to do here at Sebring. He'll have just caught the bump through the middle of Sunset Bend and went straight to the scene of the accident and will, of course, have to pit and get some service there. Problems for Rob Crawford as well. This was down into turn number 1 and oh, that was a quite strange incident. Out goes Rob Crawford into the barriers. We'll have another look at that one. Was the contact with João Castro going into the corner? No, the front clip just went off there and pitched him round. That's a very strange incident for Rob Crawford. So maybe Rob had some damage earlier on in the race that's then just got itself going. And then I think Rob's had a further incident. He's got no rear deck on the back of that car. I suspect he's going to brake here and completely lose the back end. No, he just pulls it over to driver's right and tows back to the pits. My goodness me. So a lot has been going on in the last lap or so. Meanwhile, no problems back at the front. Matt Swain still leads this race. There's a battle going on behind with Ronald Grossman going through past Cam Watson. That is for 6th place. The Caramel Porsche of Josh Mitchell just ahead is the driver currently in 5th place. Wow. What a start to this race then. But I've got to say, it was expected here at Sebring. This is a much tougher challenge for the drivers versus what they experienced last time out at Navarra. Faster cars and a circuit that does bite. So Matt Swain leads this race from Tom Roberts. Jack Eyre currently running in 3rd place. Sam Spinell in 4th. Josh Mitchell in this fight for 5th place then. You can see on your screens. Let's try and bring you up some timing information as to where everybody is. There it is. So at the moment it's a 1.5 second lead for Matt Swain. Jack Eyre 1.6 behind. Very, very close actually in that fight for 3rd place. And there it is, down the inside, sorry, for 3rd place. That is Sam Spinell and Jack Eyre going wheel to wheel. So through goes Spinell in the Mustang, but Eyre might have a go back here into Sunset. He's definitely having a think about it. 2 Clubman runners there. Very strong set of Clubmen so far this season. We're seeing a repeat of what we witnessed 2 weeks ago at Navarra. I do think a number of these clubmans around 4.5k might find themselves moving up to Premier if the algorithms deem that to be the right course of action. And looks like there's been an early pit stop for Eric Mignon, so Eric's been in the pit lane. Keep your comments coming in. Let us know who you're cheering on tonight. Hixie, yeah, I think you did imagine seeing Sam Sanders running. It's only two premiers in at the moment. I've got to say as well, I've just noted that Axel Slijepcevic all the way down in 20th place. So we'll just have a look with Axel whether there's any damage on his car. No, I don't think there is. So maybe a bit of drama out there for Axel. Maybe he's picked up a penalty in the early stages of this race. It's a long, long way down the order. Not where we expected to see him. Matthew Shawnee having a really good race here so far, up in 13th place. Here's your championship leader, Max Andrews, currently running in 9th place. I've got to say, this is what the aim of the game is for this championship. If you are new to it, multi-discipline championship, all-round performance is rewarded across the course of the 10 rounds. Max Andrews at the moment finding things, I wouldn't say difficult, but not as easy perhaps as they were in the MX-5s at Navarra. Battle at the moment for 8th place, as here comes Max Andrews looking down the inside to take that position, and through goes Max Andrews into 8th place. Good stuff there from, in fact, I think we've got some drivers coming into the pit. So pitters already. Cam Watson is in. So it's the same setup for drivers as the GT3 Sprint public lobbies. 40-minute race, tank size at the start, not big enough to get them through the whole 40 minutes. So they have to come in, they have to put some fuel in. They can change tyres if they want, but that's probably not advisable in the current scenario. It does mean we get a bit of a shake-up out there across the course of these races. There's Craig Brown on your screens, running in a 2:41, currently running in 15th place. Not a bad run at the moment for Craig. He's got Axel Slijepcevic right on his back bumper at the moment. I do wonder for Axel Slijepcevic, who I am seeing, I think has been in. I think Axel's been in for his mandatory pit stop so far. That might be why, if he is, I'm not quite sure how he's managed to do that and still emerge out in 16th place. But either way, I'm seeing that he's been on pit lane for 59.98 seconds. So that's a bit of a curious one, I must admit. Was that a bit of a problem? 2 spots behind for Daniel Cook? Yes, it was. Daniel Cook still the leader in the rookie category, though. As Axel Slijepcevic down the inside. Has he got the move done on Craig Brown? Yes, he has. So through goes the Premier. In car number 42, gains another position. So we'll keep an eye on Axel, because, as we say, he has not got track position at the moment, but he's still decently positioned for a run later on in this race. Immediately ahead, Tim Ellis, and then Yusuf Bin Sahel as well on board once again with Axel Slijepcevic. Yusuf Bin Sahel there, you can see the bumps that Sebring is famous for. This could be an opportunity for Axel Slijepcevic to get down the inside into the first turn. And we'll do so, and we'll go through up into 14th place then. So that's good to see for Slijepcevic to be moving up the order. At the moment, pretty close between Bell and Brown. They can just have a quick look at the timing history, what they've been doing in recent moments. Ooh, now, yellow flag out involving David Whitehouse. What happened there? Might have just been a little moment through the first couple of corners, but no massive issues at this stage. And Swain is your leader in Clubman.
Brown at the moment leader in the Premiers, and Shawnee in the Intermediates, and Cook in the Rookies. Already gone through 12 minutes. Oh, now there was a problem there. Was that Yusuf bin Sahel falling off the road? I think it was. So Yusuf bin Sahel loses a couple of positions there. Back with a battle for third place. Just for a quick moment, Spinell and Air following each other, but losing ground at the moment to Roberts and Swain. Could be a tight battle this between Yusuf bin Sahel and Craig Brown in the bright red Doritos car. The green details on, because he's an intermediate, of course. Looks like there may have been a problem for Asan Iqbal. Let's have a look what's happened to Asan. I think this was at the start of the previous lap. Oh, back end of the car. Yeah, very Porsche GT3, like, well, Porsche of any kind. Spin there, under braking, back end of the car, just stepped out. It's very hard to gather that up from that position. So Asan Iqbal, sadly, into the pits then. Looking down the inside of Brown. This is your leader, Daniel Cook, in the blue and orange McLaren, currently leader in the rookie category. Immediately behind as well, Colin Ward, second of the rookies. Here goes Cook for a look round the outside of Craig Brown. That might be quite a good way of getting through past the BMW, because the BMW is not going to have as much grip on the inside line there. Oh, understeers a little bit. That's going to be a chance for Colin Ward to step through, and through indeed. Colin Ward takes the lead in the rookie category. I think Brown just got a bit of understeer there, was trying to brake at the same time as Cook, but with less rubber laid down on that inside line, just overshot a bit. Very, very easy to do. Back up the order. Looks like Jack Ayres lost a bit of time to Sam Spinell. And Josh Mitchell all over the back in the Tunnocks Caramel Porsche. Grossman and Brown not too far behind. These drivers have not pitted yet. Just saying, it's being confirmed again. Yeah, Alex Slepčević pitted on lap 1. And pitted for 59 seconds. Could that have been a penalty, perhaps? Might have been some form of penalty. Because that seems long for a fuel stop as well. Kira Boylan's had a problem out there. Kira we saw having a moment with Matt Hale earlier on in this race. Oh, and this is going to be another one. Hale, contact into Boylan. Boylan, oh, makes contact with the wall as well. Again, not much that Kira could have done about that. I wonder if Kira will go into the pits and just get that that car serviced. Yeah, that's a wise choice. Although no, now she's jumped to the pit lane, so yeah, it's a tough moment for Kira Boylan. We've got some pit activity. Craig Brown is in the pits now, while Josh Mitchell still trying to find a way here through into 4th place past Jack Ayres. Two races tonight, of course. The second race, the grid for it is set by the result of this first one. So plenty of chances for drivers who have had setbacks to work their way back through. This is a good scrap. This is Grossman and Brown. Adam Brown promoted up to the Premier category for this new season. At the moment, unable to get past one of the new entries to the championship this year. Colin Grossman perhaps showing he's a bit stronger in these GT3s than he is in the MX-5s, or at least on the basis of what we saw last time out at Navarra. Colin Ward on your screens. Now, don't think this is for position, because we have seen, yeah, Asan Iqbal have some problems. So that's why you saw Colin Ward on the lights there. A good scrap this in the rookie category. Ward and Cook Clear at the moment ahead of Rick Wong. Rick Wong's having a really good run as well. Up in the top 20 at the moment. Third within the rookie category. I was going to try and press a button there to see if we could get things to set into the positions of the classes. There we go. So this is your order at the moment, just in the Clubman's. Just the 2 premiers running around there today. And as I say, there will be a review of the categories after round 3. Quite possible that we'll see some of these front-running Clubmans being moved up into Premier. Why would they want that, you may ask? Well, there will be bigger prizes for winning in the Premier category as a Premier than in the Clubman category. So it's not like they're going to be moved up and then have lesser chances of winning prizes of, to say, the prize drive in real life, CLUB100 in 2026, and of course the growing prize pot as well as we get more entries into the competition this year. Looking good at the moment there. Some of these Clubmans. All of the points, of course, are set by the overall position. So it doesn't matter whether you're a Premier, a Clubman, an Intermediate, or a Rookie. If you finish in 10th place, you get points for that 10th place overall position. Starting to spread out a little bit this race as we approach the halfway point. Still Matt Swain from Tom Roberts, Sam Spinell, Jack Eyre, Josh Mitchell, Adam Brown. That's your top 6. Ronald Grossman, Max Andrews, Stroud, Crashrow, Andy Alston, Murray Adams. That's your top 11 at the moment. Matthew Shawnee leading in the intermediates at the moment, really getting a bit of a march on the rest of the intermediates, ahead of Axel Slietrovic, who, apologies, unknown as to why to us, but did come into the pits earlier on in the race, unless he started from pit lane. But again, I wouldn't see why he would have started from pit lane. It's actually, say we've got a little bit of a note from earlier in the race. No, that's not showing us anything of any. Yeah, I think Axel started from pit lane. I think that was the problem for Axel. So that's why it's showing that he's been in. Seeing again, not seeing any subsequent at the end of lap 1 movement into pit lane. Oh, problems for Peter Knight out there. What's happened to Peter? This is through the Le Mans turns. And oh, same as what we saw with Jack Mitchell. Oh, that's quite a hard hit. That's a really hard hit for the Mustang. Into the wall on driver's right. It's going to be tricky to recover as well. Oh, actually, that's quite nicely done by Peter. I thought that was going to go horrendously wrong. But Peter, a driver of strong talents, races in the British Endurance, British Pro Kart Endurance Championship, but that's going to need to go back to the pits for some repairs. Everybody does have one fast repair, of course, in these GT3 races. So he won't lose minutes, but that might affect his strategy, of course. I think many of the drivers are probably trying to run on to 25, 26 minutes in terms of the fuel out there. Gap for the leader at the moment, just over 1 second. It's holding around that at the moment for Matt Swain ahead of Tom Roberts. They're continuing to extend the gap to Sam Spinell. It's a bit of a lonely position at the moment. They're in 3rd place. The other interesting thing is it very much looks like the Mustang is the car to have. Now, yes, there's a good spread here of different makes up in the top 10. It should be noted that's quite a few representatives of the blue oval at the moment in that top 12. Will that be a trend that we see across the course of the season? More drivers coming into the pits. Simon Delamere is in. Simon has been running in the top 20 so far in this race. Really good to see another driver who's been in part of the championship for a good while. I've got to say, this is a much stronger performance or set of performances from Simon Delamere versus what we've maybe seen in previous seasons. So it's good to see another driver making progress out there and getting this mandatory pit stop done. Just wondering as well, I think the leader is going to start coming up on some traffic here. Leader has got Matt Hale just ahead. Now, has Matt made a pit stop? Yes, Matt has made a pit stop. Made one back on lap 4, we're just seeing on the telemetry on our screens. Martin Mock has been in the pits as well. Martin in his first appearance in the championship. Currently running in 26th position. Just got Eric Mignon ahead of us. Running a sort of 499B livery on that one. Directly ahead of us, that's Oliver Walker. Oliver Walker's had a problem, I think, in the early stages of this race, so we'll be looking to recover back through in due course. Drivers out there having some good races. Here's Matthew Shawnee. Well, was Matthew Shawnee for a quick moment once the auto director cuts us back to the battle for 4th place. Just going past some lap traffic at the moment. That's Hassan Iqbal now down 1 lap. Yeah, Matthew Shawnee was a big highlight for me from Navarra. Big step forward. Did enough in terms of performance in the 2024-2025 season to be moved from the rookie category into the intermediate category. Gained enough ranking points across the course of the season and has really improved his iRating. He's now a 2.3 iRated driver. As here's not a move for position, just Mitchell down the inside of Iqbal. Good driving there from Iqbal to not be in the way. Let some of this faster traffic through at this stage. But no, Matthew Shawnee, I think at the moment, has got to be in there for the competition of most improved driver of the season so far, from those that we had on the grid last year. Running round in 12th place, and it's a valid 12th place as well. Hassan Iqbal continuing to do a good job. Has lap traffic, not getting in the way of the race leaders. Adam Brown goes through. So when will we see these leaders pits? There's quite a few of the midfield drivers taking leave into the pits. Tim Ellis has been in, Colin Ward has been in as well. So Daniel Cook has got a bit of respite in the battle for the lead in the rookie category. I was saying that, he's got Yusuf Bin Sahel right in front of him right now. These two have been going at it for probably the last 10 minutes or so. Cook putting in a really good turn of speed here in the 322. Testament that he's chasing down a clubman driver here. Say, Yusuf moved up from the intermediate class to the big moment there for Daniel Cook. He nearly became the 3rd driver to take a visit to that tyre wall on driver's right, but just about saved it before disaster. No, Yusuf moved up to the clubman category. It's another driver who's improved his iRating a lot across the course of the off-season. Drivers are assessed both on their performance within club and their performance within public lobbies. Essentially a driver's last 30 active days of racing are looked at. The highest 3 iRatings at the end of those days, they're dropped. The top 3 and the lowest 3, top and bottom 3 are dropped, and then an average of the remaining 24 are taken to then give a sustained iRating over a period of time. That's then taken into account, of course, performances across the previous CLUB100 iRacing seasons as well. Bit of fuel goes in for both of those two, and away they go. I just saw, I think, was that Rob Crawford in the pits as well? Yeah, Rob Crawford's in, and hasn't been running since the end of lap 2, so not quite sure what's happened to Rob there. Yusuf nearly lets through. We're going to stick with this battle because this is really good stuff. Daniel Cook down the inside of Yusuf Bin Sahel. There is Colin Ward as well. Yusuf runs out a little bit wide. Both of the rookies go through. Here goes Colin Ward. Maybe a bit better tyre temperature on board his McLaren at the moment. They're going to be side by side under the bridge, out of Big Bend, down towards the hairpin. This is brilliant stuff from 2 drivers new to the championship this year. Colin Ward pulls to the inside, Can he get it done on the brakes? But we've seen before there's not a lot of grip down that inside line into the hairpin. Daniel Cook holds on for now. Cook from Ward, Bin Sahale and Saunders. This is great stuff indeed between these four. As I say, at the moment, what's the battle for 19th place? Oh, as Saunders looks down the inside, trying to get through past Bin Sahale. Is going to try and go the long way round to have the inside line for Tower. Oh, disappears off of our screens. Oh dear. And I think it's cut to the pits. Oh no, he's back and he's through. That was a little internet blip at our end. Thankfully for Tom Saunders, he is through, up a position. Now we'll try and tackle these two rookies fighting ahead of him. But he's not really fighting like rookies. They're fighting like well-established members of this category. Right, we've got pit activity. Matt Swain has been in. So we have a new race leader in the shape of Tom Roberts. Axel Slijepcevic up to second place. In fact, I think pretty much everybody in recent moments has come into the pits. So we've gone through this first pit cycle. Tom Roberts making his fuel go a little bit further. Through into Le Mans corner. The question will be though, can Axel Slijepcevic get to the end on fuel here? Take a short break on the comms, and we'll be back in a few minutes once these pit stops have completed themselves. Back with us here on the DDMM YouTube channel. Back with our battle for the front of the rookie category with the first two cars. Tom Saunders trying to recover back through after a lap 1 incident. Currently just outside the top 20. Matt Swain is your race leader. Axel Slijepcevic has been in, so the question of could he make it through all the way to the end, that's been answered. Still very curious as to why Axel started from pit lane. Apologies that we've not got news on that at the moment. But either way, Axel has been in and now running in 9th place. I imagine this fight is quite frustrating for Tom Saunders, who's managed to get down the inside there. Apologies, we'll take full control of the cameras to get through past Colin Ward. But, well, these two are fighting for a class lead. Daniel Cook's not going to be in any mood to just let Tom Saunders through here. Because if he leaves the door wide open, there's a moment there for Cook, and the spin in the background for Yusuf Bin Sahale will stay with the fight with Saunders and Cook. This is good stuff indeed. I think Saunders is going to get through, and that's well dealt with by Daniel Cook. Probably realising that Saunders will have a bit more pace at this stage of the race. Big Aston Martin singing round this circuit, but he's not allowed his rival for this lead in the rookie category. He's not allowed Colin Ward to slip through and take position in what's a very, very even race at the moment at the front of this field. Let's check back in with our race leader then. Matt Swain there. Still has Tom Roberts not too far behind. Tom Roberts just sitting there 2 seconds off the back of the race leader. It's one of those positions where one mistake, one error will change things quite a lot here. Has been really good work at the pit stops by Adam Brown as well, I've just noted. Adam Brown now running in 4th place, so he's jumped Jack Eyre and Josh Mitchell through the pit stops. This could be a big night for Adam Brown. So with the absence of the likes of Sam Sanders, Steve Hicks on the sidelines as well, at the moment Adam Brown could be moving himself into a strong position within the Premier category. Had some bad luck last time out at Navarra, but will want to get back into a good rhythm as soon as possible. Just trying to maybe put Sam Spinell off a little bit there into the hairpin. Had a few more incidents out there. I think Peter Knight has had a moment. Let's have a look at what happened to Peter. This is through Sunset Bend. Oh, and he's going to get tight. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, that's a really, really big hit. That's an even big... Oh, another big hit for Peter Knight. Well, I was about to say that was an even bigger smash into the wall than what Peter had in the first crash earlier on. He obviously pulls to, or jumps to pit lane. That's going to be race over, really, for Peter Knight. He'll be in race 2, but start from the back of the field. And, oh, what a place to do it as well. He has towed back to pit lane, but the tow time will, of course, be a full lap of the circuit. I don't think we'll see Peter out again in this race, with 7.5 minutes of it to go. So, Adam Brown leading in the Premier category at the moment. Should know that, yes, we'll get his number boards changed. They're blue at the moment, they should be red. Towards Sunset. He's got good speed on the straights, but just not quite able to get far enough alongside the big Mustang to make the difference here and get past Sam Spinell. Over the line once again. 7 minutes of this race to go. Saw a few moments ago the spin for Yusuf Bin Sahel. Here's the full view of it once again. Clips the curb. That corner was fine. Just a little bit wide. Gone on the gas. Pitched it round. Doesn't lose any positions though. So Yusuf continues on. I say doesn't lose any positions. I think he will now. Yeah. Loses out to the Aston Martin there. The Aston Martin of Eric Mignon going through. Now, I don't know if that's deliberate, but I'm pretty sure that's the same livery as the Continue Racing team, which is a Belgian team, if I've remembered things correctly. So that's very apt. I like what you've done there, Eric, if you're watching the stream back later. Back live then, on board with Adam Brown. Still trying to hustle and find a way through past Sam Spinell here for 3rd place. Sam Spinell being very clever there with his positioning from left to right across the track, making that Mustang as wide as possible. It's already a pretty wide car. And this has been good racing. Oh, now dramas for Axel Slijepcevic. Slijepcevic is in the pits and I think has crashed here. I think there's been a significant incident. Let's go back to the moment here. So this is Andy Alston and Axel Slijepcevic into turn 1. Oh, Alston hits the inside wall and then cannons into Slijepcevic, and both of them are out of the race. Well, let's have a look at that from Slijepcevic, as this is another angle of it. So I think Andy Alston's just going to turn in, hit the wall, cannon out, kiss the back corner of Slijepcevic's car, and both rear corners of the Aston Martin severely damaged there. Well, that could be a turning point for Axel Slijepcevic's championship. Oliver Walker has had a problem as well. I think this is before the actual cause of the incident. Oh, I don't know. Has Ollie run out of fuel there? So I don't think he's made contact with anything. This is a very strange bit of driving. And I think, yeah, Ollie's going to cut to the pits there. So not quite sure what was happening at that point. But my oh my, we've had some dramas in this race. Double winner last time out, Axel Slijepcevic has had the first race of the night to forget. Andy Alston, I do sympathise with Andy. That is a very easy mistake to make, particularly if you're a single monitor iRacer. Very, very hard to spot, even in bright sunlit conditions like this. it is so hard to spot where the wall is sometimes on that left-hand side. When you're on the racing line, you've just kind of got to throw your car in and hope that you've not turned in too early, which is what happened to Alston there, and then actually Epchevich, a bit innocent in all of that, cannoned into and out of this race. So, effectively, we've only got one Premier running around on track at the moment, and here he is, Adam Brown, leading in this category. And scoring good points as well. I think that's the more important thing at the moment. But still not able to find a way through. Gap at the front of the field, by the way, has expanded out to 3 seconds. So Matt Swain looks like he's got this race not sewn up yet, but looking pretty comfortable. Adam Brown trying to find a way through here. Spinell is really good off of the medium speed corners. Saw him get the drive there off of Sunset Bend. Again, Brown just finding himself too far back to realistically have a go through the first corner. Oh, spin for Jack Eyre. Spin for Jack Eyre in the background and into the wall. Now, what happened there? Jack Eyre is the latest driver and an experienced driver to hit the wall through turn 1. He cuts to pit lane. Now, was that driver error or some form of failure? I think he just over-rotates. He just over-rotates through turn 1 into the wall. Lots of damage to the rear deck and the rear axle of that Lamborghini. And Jack Eyre becomes the latest driver to have problems here in race 1. Well, that is very, very uncharacteristic. That's not a driver that we normally see make mistakes. It just shows you 2 minutes to go. Don't sleep on this one. There could still be plenty of action between now and the end of this race. Here's the battle for 9th place now. Joao Castro, Murray Adams, Matthew Shawnee. What a run this is from Matthew Shawnee. Not only is it a good run, it's a good run in a GT3 car. We already saw good performances from Matthew in the MX-5s. This could be a sign that Matthew Shawnee is on for a title challenge in intermediate this year. This is looking very, very good indeed. Murray Adams not able to find a way through though. Here's what the lap times have looked like the last few laps. Castro has been a little bit quicker on these few moments. Murray Adams trying to look around the outside there, trying to get Castro off the racing line. Oh, has Castro lost a bit of grip there and a touch of speed. White flag is out. No, positions don't change. Well, it's been all going on in the midfield. It's been a pretty quiet race for Matt Swain. Lots of talk before the start of this season that Matt Swain might be a candidate to move up to Premier. He's running a normal IMSA livery at the moment, which is why he's got a red number board. But I don't think that will matter too much if on these kind of performances that we could see this driver moving up into the Premier category in the weeks to come. As I say, that review of the classes will happen after round 3. But Matt Swain took that pole position earlier on this evening and is looking to convert it through to a first race win of the season. Was there or thereabouts at Navarra in the MX-5s, but wasn't quite able to take a race win that evening. Job isn't done for tonight as well. We've still got a second race coming up. There'll be a 10-minute break between the first and second races. Don't go away. You won't miss a single moment of the action here on the DDMM YouTube channel. But Matt Swain out of the final corner. Doesn't need to overtake the driver ahead. Checkered flag is out. Matt Swain takes his first win of the season. Takes the Mustang to victory lane in this first 40-minute challenge. Brilliant work from Matt Swain. Across the line, Tom Roberts takes second. It's going to be third for Sam Spinell. A good run there. Adam Brown top prem home in fourth place. Josh Mitchell in fifth. Ronald Grossman across the line in sixth. Max Andrews in seventh. And I think does, at least for now, hold on to the championship lead. Cam Watson P8 as final corner moment for Murray Adams. Gets back in control now. Was there a touch there with João Castro out of the final corner? Matthew Shawnee gained out of that as well. Matthew Shawnee wins in intermediate and takes P10. Andy Alston comes home in 11th place, so actually managed to get home in a not too bad position after that contact with Axel Slijepcevic. Here's going to be a win in the rookie category for Colin Ward. So Colin Ward has managed to get through past Daniel Cook. A good win there, good points for both of those drivers. Let's just have a look again and see what happened in that moment out of the final corner. So this was it. It was side by side. Oh, they were rubbing between Castro and Adams. Went into the corner side by side. Adams did get the position. Castro tried the cut back. Oh, Adams just lost it on his own. Adams just lost it on his own. There wasn't any contact at all. Adam D. Alston did very well there to avoid any further contact. But that is how that all shook itself out. Just want to try and find and see, yeah, the move for the rookie victory. This was it. So it was down towards the hairpin. Pretty simple move in the end for Colin Ward. Good to see that to find his way through. Josh Mitchell also had the move on Ronald Grossman. Oh, Ronald got really, really all crossed up. Did very well to save that. Yes, lost the position to Josh Mitchell, but at least kept himself in control. Sam Dimolo, no, it's not crashed. He's just come to a stop on the back straight. But there we go. That is the end of race number 1. We'll take a look at the results, if they will pop up on our screen in a moment's time. Hope you've enjoyed that first race of the night. It's quite intense out there for the drivers. No, I think we've still got, who have we still got going out around? It's Mr. Dimolo. Mr. Dimolo, I don't think has crossed the line yet. Has he run out of fuel, perhaps? That's quite bizarre. I think Simon Delamere was taking the checker flag. Yeah, Sam Dimolo. Sam! Get across the line, man! We've got a 10-minute break to get to, and it cannot start until you get across the line. Has he run out of fuel? I think he has run out of fuel. There we go. He's been timed out by iRacing. Warm-up for 10 minutes then. A bit of a 10-minute break for the drivers. A little bit of a break for us here in the box. Before we get to that, though, let's have a look at your result from race number 1. Bring it up on your screen. There it is. Matt Swain takes his first win, a race win of the season. Second place, Tom Roberts. Very good first run of the season for Tom Roberts, only 4 seconds behind. In third place, Sam Spinell. Adam Brown, the first of the premiers over the line. In fact, the only premier to finish that race in race 1. So fourth place for Brown, fifth for Mitchell, sixth for Grossman, seventh Andrews, eighth for Watson. In ninth place, I'm just going to try and get us on a better shot that can help us see the drivers, or see those scores a bit better. No, I can't find one that's got a dark background anyway. Eighth for Watson, ninth for Castro, 10th for Shawnee, 11th Alston, 12th for Adams. Tim Ellis home in 13th, ahead of Lawrence Vines. Lawrence had a pretty quiet race in that one. We'll try and see more of Lawrence in the second one. 15th for Tom Saunders after the first lap incident. Second place in intermediates for David Whitehouse. Very nice run there for David, keeping out of trouble. 17th and a win in the rookie category for Colin Ward. 18th for Daniel Cook. There we go, down to 19th place. Top 3 as well in rookie for Simon Delamere. Really, really good stuff. 20th for Yusuf Bin Sahel, 21st for Martin Mock, 22nd for Eric Mignon, Rick Wong and Eric Mignon 23rd, Jack Mitchell Lowe and Sean Patterson completing the top 25. Problems for Craig Brown and Jack Eyre in that race. Sam Dimolo, I think, ran out of fuel on the last lap of the race, so he's classified in 28th. 29th for Matt Hale, a top 30 for John Adey. That's a real shame after his strong qualifying. He's going to have to start from that position as well in race number 2. Kira Boylan, Ash and Iqbal both finished in the end ahead of Axel Slijepcevic. Not a good race for the double race winner from last time out, Axel Slijepcevic, P33. Oliver Mulvey-Walker, Peter Knight and Rob Crawford complete the 36 runners in that one. We will now take a short break and come back to race 2 in probably about 6 minutes' time.
Flag about to be in the air. There it is. Eyes on those lights. They're coming on. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. The KZ third heat is go. Good start for Albanese. He's going to hold the lead into turn 1 ahead of Gustafsson. The rest of the field filing through. Good start down into turn 2 and turn 3. The race result because of Mottram's penalty, but Daniel Munro has had this titanic duel with Rory O'Regan this year. It wasn't Rory's day, but it is Daniel Munro's day. Daniel Munro wins at Rye House and is champion for the 2nd year in a row in a Club 100 Juniors category. Yeah, and always going to switch back here to the inside. That's a beautiful move by Reed on the inside through Park. Showed a bit of a dummy there to Carl Garnett. Brave stuff from the championship leader. That's him up to 3rd. Before, as there is Hugo Schwarzer out of the race. Well, we were talking about Slater needing to outscore Schwarzer by 10 points. As Charlie Hart's off and into the grass, catches it up, and somehow keeps himself in 2nd place and pointing in the right direction. Fernandez has lost the position. I think it's Seaworthy who's come through into 2nd place. What a moment. Push on these tyres. We've seen it throughout the weekend that the Maxxis compound really rewards a driver, but he's going to have to take a lot of energy out of himself and the cars as we look at a replay here of Martinez and Leisen side by side into turn 1. Wow. Really close there. Bit of contact between the two of them. And Martinez up on the curb. This is another replay. This time it's Craigie versus Martinez into the same portion of the circuit. There you see Martinez trying to go around the outside, gets off the rubbered in part of track, and that's where he loses out to Jack Eiler. It was right on the limit of adhesion for Schaufler. On the brakes down the inside, comes Dries van Langendonk, immediately retakes the lead at the next opportunity. Into turn 1, Menz is going to go down the inside. Big move from the Briton for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, and it's worked. Costoya goes through as well. Arias is now challenging Schaufler. It's all gone wrong for the Austrian. 3 laps to go, 2.5 laps to go. This is Dries van Langendonk's best opportunity now. He's got to go hard and break away from the rest of them, leave them fighting for 2nd place. Oh, it's down the inside, contact, and Lettimaki spins, and Schaufler retires, both of them out, no points at all for the championship leader. Lettimaki is absolutely furious. That is the risk. 2 championship rivals side by side. Ovenden's got past Nicky Taylor, and now the sight that Alex Solly did not want to see this weekend. It started as an absolute disaster for Tom Ovenden, retiring on lap 1 of race 1. Now he finds himself side by side with Alex Solly heading towards Copse Corner. Harry Hickton's trying to make an overtake as well on Jack Byrne there, and I think he's pulled it off through Copse Corner. Side by side once again between Solly and Ovenden. Ovenden takes a hop across the curve. Moved by Buckley on Mackie. I think they're resigned to fighting for the last spot on the podium. Can Benjamin Maniac get another home victory? He looks the inside, and there's the near contact there. Through goes Benjamin Maniac. What a move through turn 4. Side by side, they're wheel banging through turn 12. It's still not done. 1 more corner to go. Pradir down the inside. Has he carried too much speed? He's got the control. Thomas Pradir's going to take it on the line, but here comes Maniac. Maniac on the line, and he takes it. Benjamin Maniac wins it with a classic at Swearer by 0.015. It's a home victory for the Spaniard, and he takes the lead in the championship. What a finish. It's not bad for either of them to the inside. Pritchard Williams, that's going to bring Hunter back into play. Connington back into play. Higgins, Lilly, McQueen, Bishop, Geraghty, Graham, Joshua Graham's back in this as well. That's down into Ashby. Teddy Pritchard Williams is trying to hold them all up. Surely this is going to come to blows for someone. 3 wide. McQueen round the outside takes 4th place.
That is experience. This is why he's been race winner in this race so many times, 3 times before. Can he find a way through? Back in comes Gilbert as well, over the curb again, jumping over that curb, huge amounts of it taken by Guy Cunnington. There's going to be 3 more laps of this one, ladies and gentlemen, and we still don't know. We haven't a clue who's going to be Open Champion for 2024. Hunter to the outside!
Oh, no!
And goes across the grass. Pritchard Williams spins out, and it's gone because Macaulay Bishop, the winner of the junior race last year, with 2 laps to go, Hunter is out. That is
out.
it. The run for the last 2 years will not continue to 3, and it's 1, 2, 3 clear of the field. Gilbert defends the outside.
Bishop
around the outside. That
Oh
is
my
outrageous.
goodness me!
The junior champion from last year has done thousands of overtakes round Wilton Mill over the years. That may well be the best one he's ever done.
Welcome back, everybody, to live coverage of the second round for this year's Club 100 iRacing Championship. This is the circuit that we're running on tonight, the Sebring International Raceway, one of the endurance classics, part of the Endurance Triple Crown, of course, with Le Mans and Daytona. If you missed race 1, well, you missed a bit of a belter, particularly in the midfield. Lots going on, and a bit of a mix-up in terms of the top of the order from what we saw at Navarra 2 weeks ago in the MX-5s, indicating yet again, I think we're on for a very close championship here this year. And, well, particularly with none of our former champions able to be with us at this stage of the season. Although, you know, that may change as the year goes on, from what I'm hearing. Yeah, no, this is a championship that I think is very much up for grabs. Whereas maybe in previous seasons we've seen, yeah, such and such a person have already been in a very, very strong place. Warm up. Well, I say warm up, like warm down for a few of the drivers. This 10-minute break that just gives people a little bit of a rest between the 2 races is 35 seconds away from ending. Good to see Rob Crawford's been back out on circuit for this one. Not quite sure what happened to Rob. We have, thanks to Mr. Hicks, I think we've got a bit of intel on what happened to Axel Slijepcevic. I've never heard of this one happening before. He may have got a jump start penalty for driving from the pre-grid and following the pace car before he should have. Now, I'm not even sure how that works, but that, we're hearing, is the reason why Axel started from pit lane. So basically gave himself a pit lane start to clear that penalty. That's a weird one. That's a really, really strange one, as the checkered flag is out for the end of the warm-up session. We will, of course, grid up in a moment for the next race. It'll be 40 minutes again, same process as before, and the drivers will have to navigate their way through probably about 21 laps of action out there. And well, if the first race was anything to go by, it'll be one where we must not take our eyes away from it. There's going to be some thrills and spills out there in this one. Let's we'll go through the grid once the formation lap has started. In the meantime, let's read out some of your comments. Hello to Adam Sears. Hello to Fabian as well, who's been cheering on Max Andrews, I think, tonight. Yeah, Max is the only one. In fact, is Max our only driver running in the Mercedes? I think he is. So, yes, maybe that's a factor as to why Max isn't quite as high up the order. Still pretty good, P7 at the moment for the start of this race, but not at the very front of the order like we saw Max was 2 weeks ago at Navarra. 2 weeks' time, we're back in the MX-5s. Quite an interesting circuit. We have seen it on the Club 100 iRacing calendar before, but we will be at Knock Hill. If you want to be on the grid, the entries via the sim grid will open at the end of the broadcast, so after this race, and we will be very happy to have you on the grid. There's
4 places left for the cap of 50 max for the season at the moment. So if you do want to be on the grid for Knockhill and beyond, get on the sim grid. The link is down in the description below. Sign up via the MX5 events page. Pay the £30 entry fee to the DDMM PayPal, and then the admin team will take care of the rest for you to get you registered over onto the GT3 events page on SimGrid and signed up, of course, for the races. Drivers are, of course, on their formation lap. Let's take you through the grid for this second race of the evening. It is, of course, the race results from race 1. Matt Swain will start from pole position. Alongside him on the front row will be Tom Roberts. That's the same front row that we had for race 1. Sam Spinell and Adam Brown will go from row 2. It's Josh Mitchell and Ronald Grossman on row 3. Max Andrews and Cameron Watson start on row 4. João Castro and the first of the intermediates, Matthew Shawnee, starts on row 5. Andy Alston and Murray Adams, they're next up, starting from the 6th row of the grid. Row number 7, Tim Ellis and Lawrence Vines. Tom Saunders and David Whitehouse, second of the intermediates, go from row number 8. Colin Ward, Daniel Cook, they will resume their Titanic squabble in the rookie category from row number 9. Simon Delamere, third of the rookies in race number 1. That's Yusuf Bin Sahel for company on row 10. Completing the top 20. Martin Mock and Rick Bond go from row 11. It's then Eric Mignon and Jack Mitchell-Lowe starting from row 12. Next up on row number 13, we are due to find Sean Patterson and Craig Brown, although I think there's been a problem for Sean Patterson on this formation lap. Jack Eyre and Sam Dimolo go from row 14. It's Matt Hale and John Adey on row 15. Kira Boylan and Asen Iqbal go from row 16. Axel Stojapcevic and Oliver Mulvey Walker go from row 17. Peter Knight and Rob Crawford complete the grid. Now, what has happened on this formation lap? I've seen a notification on our screens of Eric Mignon has crashed. What has happened to the Belgian driver in the Aston Martin? Or is it just drivers coming to a full stop? That's getting, oh dear, into the back. Now, that was one of the Lamborghinis making contact. It wasn't the driver directly behind. So that's very strange indeed. We're going to have to come away from this because we have got going, or nearly got going for the race start. Well, we'll keep an eye on that one, but there's drama before the race begins, and the drivers were warned. The penalties for contact on the formation lap are quite high. So that could be a developing story for the next race. Pace car will pull into pit lane. We will get this second race of the evening underway. Matt Swain will take us to the green flag here at Sebring. Away we go then. Immediately Tom Roberts cuts to the inside, tries to get a bit of a slipstream down towards turn 1. Sam Dimolo has started this race from pit lane. That may be due to damage on the formation lap. There is 4 wide in the background there in the battle for around 5th or 6th place, as everybody just about makes their way through the first couple of corners. Sean Patterson's had a moment in the background there. Are they all going to make it through the second proper turn? There is Sean Patterson out of the race. Jack Eyre, Sam Dimolo. I think Axel Stojapcevic has had problems on the formation lap as well. Oh my goodness me, Axel Stojapcevic in big problems tonight. There's been problems for Craig Brown. Craig Brown has crashed in the early stages of this race. What happened to Craig? Looking out for the Doritos card, there was the Sean Patterson spin in the background, and it was contact with Jack Mitchell-Lowe that pitched Craig Brown round. There won't be really any damage on that one, but relegates him to the back of the grid. Asen Iqbal also has had problems in that sky blue Porsche. Does he get tagged? Yes, he does. It's contact with Oliver Walker. Everybody else just about manages to avoid. But problems for a number of drivers on lap 1. Wow. Once again, lots of drama in the early stages of these races here at Sebring. Here's your race leader, Matt Swain, leads from Tom Roberts. Third, Adam Brown. Adam Brown has got through past Sam Spinell, so that's the bit that Adam Brown wasn't able to do in race number 1. He's got track position now and will be hunting down the McLaren directly ahead of him. I think there's been a problem for Yusuf Bin Suhail as well on this first lap of the race. We'll come back to that in a moment. But Matt Swain leads in these early stages. Tom Roberts second, and on the basis of what we saw in race 1, this is going to be a hard task for the others to close in. Adam Brown holds third place right now. These early laps could be critical for his hopes in that Rethink Racing Lamborghini. Running through the exit of turn 1. Let's have a look then. What's happened to Yusuf Bin Suhail in the blue, red and green car? It's on the inside of one of the Paragon Mustangs there. I think that's Murray Adams. Oh, just get... Now that's another very easy one to do at that course. That's another respect the bumps moment here at Sebring. Yusuf goes flying off the road, but thankfully doesn't make contact with anything or anyone. Gets back into the race. Matt Hale, does Matt Hale do exactly the same thing? No, gets through the corner. I think we know what's coming here. Yeah, third time tonight. We're going to see a driver go head first into the tyres on driver's right. Oh, and the back clip's been done as well for Matt. So Matt will need to come into the pits. Oh, the whole rear deck of the car has flown off now. And Matt will need to go into the pits for that one. Back at the front of the order then. Swain from Roberts, from Brown, from Spinell. Max Andrews had a decent start. He's up to 5th place there. You see the bright red and white Mercedes-Benz. Then Joao Castro in 6th place as well. Further down the order, Cam Watson having another decent run. Is P9 ahead of Tom Saunders in the all white and black Aston Martin. There's David Whitehouse, P20 on the road at the moment, currently 2nd in the intermediate standings. At the moment it's Matthew Shawnee in the lead in the clubman category. There's an order in the sorry, I think I got one wrong there. I think I said the clubman lead was with Shawnee. No, it's of course with Matt Swain. So drivers who've had problems in the early stages, just to run through them. Jack Eyre has had issues. The 310 Porsche there of Rick Wong just being overtaken. Although I don't think that is for position. Sam Dimolo has had problems in the turtle green McLaren. John Ady has had problems as well. Oh, John has had no luck tonight on lap 1. Had that great qualifying early on in the evening, but it's all gone a little bit awry for him when it's come to racing. Patterson and Hale we know about. I think Martin Mock has also had issues, is off the back of the field. They've all made a pit stop. I think some of them were already off the lead lap as well. Right, so let's go back to the front of the field. Here's a good scrap, Mitchell and Saunders. So Cam Watson has found a way past Josh Mitchell. That must have happened in recent moments. Saunders down the inside of the Tunnux Caramel Porsche that leaves enough space around that particular corner. Good racing there. I'll stick with this battle because this is another really good scrap. And look at Matthew Shawnee again there in the Racing Carrots Ferrari. I think we've got a moment to have a look at the exchange between Mitchell and Watson. It's down into the hairpin. The Red Lodge Karting Maxis BMW goes through and up into 8th place. So still quite early in this race. Don't think we'll be seeing any pit stops for the next few laps. Oh, that's a bit close between Shawnee and Mitchell. Matthew Shawnee's going to go through there. And I tell you what, I think that would have been a statement that would have surprised a few if it had happened last season or at the start of this season. Matthew Shawnee overtakes Josh Mitchell for a place in the top 10. Just shows how much Shawnee has improved so far this year. Oh, there's incident in the background. Now, that was one of the BMWs in the background in a bit of bother. I think Jack Mitchell low as well. Let's have a look at what's happened here. This is out of Sunset. Is it a moment on the bumps? Oh, it is. It's a big moment on the bumps. Craig Brown nearly gets caught up in this as well. Oh, it's very lucky that nobody's been caught up in that. Oh, now is there a bit? I think there's been a problem for Adam Brown here. What's happened to Adam Brown? This is on board with him. This is through sector number 1, riding over the curbs. And the back end of the Lamborghini's gone round. Oh, driver error from Adam Brown. Bit of a touch with Sam Spinell there as well. Brown gets back onto circuit. No further incident. Oh, but after all of the hard work from Adam Brown to get up into 3rd place, that position has been lost now. That's what we mean with Sebring. It is a circuit that bites really easily. Let's have a look at the battle for 3rd place. I think there's been a change here. Yeah, so just as Spinell was being held up there trying to avoid Brown, Max Andrews slipped through, took 3rd place. So, once again here at Sebring, there's been rather a lot going on in the opening laps of this race. Let's have a look at some drivers that we didn't really talk about in race number 1. Tim Ellis, been having a good run so far. You can see him just ahead of the 100 Porsche there of Lawrence Vines. So Tim has got through recently past Lawrence Vines for that position. Oh, no, that wasn't an overtake. That was just internet's having a bit of a moment. Adam Brown in pit lane, Josh Mitchell in pit lane as well. I wonder if Josh Mitchell's been running with a bit of damage, because it's very uncharacteristic for Josh Mitchell to be going backwards in a race like this, as here is a battle between Tim Ellis and Lawrence Vines. Tim Ellis goes back through into 11th place. Adam Brown, we know, has got a bit of damage on his car because there was a slight touch front wing to front wing with Sam Spinell during that spin at turn 4. This has been, once again, a very, very dramatic opening few laps to this race. Here's Colin Ward on your screens once again. David Whitehouse in the Mind Charity Ferrari just behind. This is the battle for 16th place. Oliver Mulvey Walker and Ronald Grossman. What happened to Ronald in the early stages of this race? Ronald flew down the order to around 18th, 19th place. In fact, we might be able to have a look at what happened to Ronald Grossman. This was it. Max Andrews was nearby. Oh, I think Ronald just gets too deep into the corner. And that's how half the field got by. So I think that was back on lap 1 that actually happened to Grossman. But Grossman has got through. He's dispatched of Oliver Mulvey Walker. Eric Mignon in the green and yellow Aston Martin has also got through. Very good evening as well to some folks who've just joined in. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. It's good morning somewhere, but definitely not here. Good evening to George Lawrence, who's cheering on the one and only Ron Roberts. It's John Roberts up in 2nd place at the moment as Grossman goes through past Whitehouse and up into 16th position. And hello to a H. Bramley cheering on Hayden Bramley, I'm assuming, cheering on Max Andrews, who's now up to 3rd place. Could be extending his championship lead at the end of the night. Problems for Sam Dimolo out there. What's happened to the Turtle? Oh no, I think we know what's going to happen. Is this going to be number 4? Oh, not quite. Sam Dimolo flicks it the other way. And, well, I think that was John Adey just about avoiding a further incident with Sam Dimolo. So only 1 position lost for the Turtle Green McLaren. Meanwhile, back with the scrap, they're at it again, these two. Cook and Ward. It's not for the leading rookie because Crawford's down the road and up ahead. So it is for 2nd place. Big wide line from Colin Ward there. He's going to get him down the inside and take 14th place. Oh, touch there with Grossman. I don't think Cook knew he was there. Grossman trying to follow Ward through, and a touch between the rookie and the clubman driver. David Whitehouse trying to find his way through as well. Oliver Mulvey-Walker's got through past Eric Mignon. It is all going on here tonight. Grossman will try and get back down the inside and retake that position and runs wide. He's going to have to give that one back outside of track limits when you run beyond that curb. This is not a good race at the moment for Ronald Grossman. And through goes David Whitehouse once again. Keep your comments coming in then. Let us know who you're cheering for out there. There's been a move from Hassan Iqbal taking 25th place away from Kira Boylan. Bit of a hip check, but through. Good racing there between the rookies. I've just got Simon Delamere behind. Good to see the number of Aston Martins running in this race tonight. Ronald Grossman has gone into pit lane. That's not a surprise. That car is not running 100% and in traffic. Get it in, get the service done, get back out and hopefully have some better luck later on and move back up the order. We'll slip behind Adam Brown. Adam Brown is the highest running driver who has done their mandatory pit stop. Here's a good scrap. This is Eric Mignon and Craig Brown. Craig Brown looking down the inside of the Belgian Aston Martin, gets through. Good racing once again. Yusuf Binter-Hale's going to try and nip through as well. So that's Brown and Binter-Hale up to 19th and 20th places. Jack Mitchell-Lowe just behind in the black and white CLUB100 liveried Aston Martin. That fight with Mignon now for P21. It's been a change for 5th place as well. Looks like Andy Alston has managed to find a way through past João Castro. This is looking like a brave move. Oh, it is. Great stuff from Andy Alston. Had that problem earlier on, of course. But that was properly good. Properly good racing from Andy Alston. Oh, Binter-Hale nearly drops it off the curb there. Through the Le Mans complex. Peter Knight having a decent one there, just caught the sight of the yellow and black Mustang. Now running up in 13th place. Jack Mitchell-Lowe trying to find a way through. Oh, that got a bit close. It's Jack Hare just behind. So these are drivers who had problems earlier on, now trying to find their way back through some of the slower traffic. Jack Hare has to jump on the brakes there, so as not to run into the back of Mignon or Mitchell-Lowe. Two rookies going wheel to wheel with one of the top performing clubmans from last year. Who's that? Oh, it's Vines. Vines has had a problem. Vines off the road. Now, was that an over rotation through turn 1? Oh, yes, it was. Oh, and Vines has touched the wall as well. The Vines Express isn't going anywhere very quickly at that part of the circuit. Oh, that's a real shame for Lawrence, who's having a good race up to that point. Back with the battle between Mitchell-Lowe and Jack Hare. This is for 20th place. Jack Hare will be frustrated by this. Oh, both of them go off the road. Jack Mitchell-Lowe, a rookie in this series, but very experienced driver in his own right. Keep an eye on Jack when we get to Knock Hill. Does race in MX-5s in real life. Very interesting to see if he can perform and move further up the order. Talking about further up the order, still no change. Matt Swain still ahead of Tom Roberts. And Max Andrews at the moment performing in 3rd place. Very nicely indeed. Just to update you on those drivers who have pitted, as we noted, Adam Brown, Josh Mitchell, John Adey, Ronald Grossman, they've all pitted. But I don't think John Adey might be able to get through to... No, he won't. No, actually, on reflection, no. I don't think John Adey will be able to get back through to the end of this race without another fuel stop. I think those drivers who've gone for it on lap 4 might just be able to squeeze enough fuel out of the tank. Into the pits comes Oliver Mulvey-Walker. Fairly straightforward looking pit stop there. Let's go with that battle for 6th place actually. Let's lock the cameras onto it, see what's happening here down towards the hairpin. Joao Gabriel Castro with the Rexy Mustang. "17 minutes of this race gone, 23 remaining on the clock. At the moment, looking like Matt Swain will take a double victory. And remember, it's 120 points apiece for a race victory in one of these GT3 races. So it's still 240 points maximum across the whole night, irrespective of whether it's an MX5 night or a GT3 night. These longer GT3 races just carry a little bit more individual weight race by race. Problems for Jack Mitchell-Lowe, was in a scrap with Jack Eyre. Jack Eyre switched back to the inside. That's going to get a bit tight, and round goes the Aston Martin. Oh, two drivers not really leaving each other enough room there. And, well, that's a change of position. Jack Eyre goes through. On board again now with Joao Gabriel Castro, who does seem to have taken a big step forward from last year. Joao was quick last year, but as I'm sure he will not mind me repeating again, I will stop Joao. He had a tendency to have a bit of a spin in an instant in 2024, 2025, but this has been a very solid run from Joao tonight, and is there on full merit. Second place is in. Tom Roberts has been in for his pit stop, so don't worry, Tom Roberts fans. That's not a bad stop, actually. I like that. Tom Roberts has managed to get ahead of that big group fighting immediately behind the Peter Knight, Bin Sahale, Brown and Eyre group for 16th place. Tom Roberts can just get up the road now. That's some good tactical work from the Liverpool BUKC driver. Earlier in the race as well, so I wonder if Tom Roberts is just trying something a little bit different here to see if he can catch up to this man through an offset. Matt Swain continues to lead this race. .5 seconds the advantage now for Swain over his nearest rival, which is now Max Andrews. Back with a scrap behind Peter Knight. Jack Eyre trying to find his way through. The trouble is, I think Jack's still going to have to make a pit stop here. He did visit the pit lane on lap 1, only stopped for about 32, 33 seconds. That's surely not enough to get the level of fuel in. Oh, back and forth, now on board again with Jack Eyre. That's Yusuf Bin Sahale just ahead of us. Was there a little bump there through turns 12 and 13? Jack Eyre's going to draw alongside and look to go through. Craig Brown ready to pick up any spoils of war. Oh no, down the inside. Oh, Craig Brown's got that completely wrong. Oh, completely wrong, and into Jack Eyre. Jack Eyre will be out of this race, and understandably not very happy. For me, that was fully on Craig Brown. Just too aggressive. Down the inside, we'll have another look at it. Side by side between Eyre and Bin Sahale. There's always a chance that there'll be more chances, but much further around the corner than that. Craig Brown straight into the side of the Rethink Racing entry, and oh dear, that is pretty much race done and dusted for Jack Eyre. He might continue back on round. When he's had to tow to the pits, that's another really hard hit into the wall. No, that will be race. Oh no, sorry, I was about to say it's that second crash. It's second crash of the night But first crash of this race, so Jack Hare will be able to get a fast repair, unless he's used it already, of course. If he used, no, I think that's going to be race done for Jack Hare, because we think Jack Hare was one of the cars involved on the formation lap, will have used his fast repair at that point, will now have to wait for all of those repairs to be done to get back out on circuit. That's going to be the end of the night. That is going to be the end of the night for Jack Hare. And he will, as I say, be understandably not too impressed. All of that leaves Yusuf Bin Sahel on his own in 17th place. Daniel Cook and David Whitehouse here, currently debating who's going to be taking 14th place. Tom Roberts just ahead of us. Now, I said I like that strategy from Tom Roberts to come in early to get a little bit of free air. The trouble is, I think he's now running into the back of the traffic that's not pitted yet. Although Tim Ellis and Rob Crawford are in this lap, that'll help him. You just see those two coming into the pits. And Colin Ward. So Colin Ward in as well from second in the rookie category. Just to update you actually on what's going on in that rookie category. Daniel Cook now the leader of it from Ward. Peter Knight is in as well. Crawford and Mitchell Lowe. In fact, it looks like all the rookies have decided to come in at this stage of the race. Rick Wong is in as well. Rick Wong's been having a much solid night so far tonight. A lot of spins in the first night, but it's looking pretty good so far. Back on board then with Tom Saunders. Saunders just ahead of Cam Watson here. This is the battle for 6th place. Ronald Grossman still trying to find a way through as well. Has taken that 15th place, 16th place away from John Adey. Bit unlucky for Tim Ellis. Tim Ellis has just come out of his pit stop right behind this battling duo. To the replay of the Spinale Andrews thing. Let's have a look. I know the one you're meaning, Adam. Sorry, I just scrolled back to where that was. So it was an initial incident with Adam Brown having a spin. This was the moment for Adam Brown earlier on in the race, and then just keep an eye on behind. Max Andrews slips through as Sam Spinale is just a little bit arrested in momentum there. Good switchback from Max Andrews to take 3rd place. What is at the moment now? 2nd place on the road, because Spinale is in and out again. It's like Trout Castro has gone in for a bit of service, and Yusuf Bin Sahel in at this stage of proceedings. A change for 23rd position. Oliver Mulvey-Walker. Oh, now was that Oliver Mulvey-Walker just disappearing off the screen for a bit, or was that a genuine overtake? No, I think that was a genuine overtake. I think there's been a problem out there for Oliver Mulvey-Walker. That's a real shame. On board with David Whitehouse. David going long again. So we saw that in race number 1. And at the moment up to 11th place. Race leader on your screens. That's Kira Boylan just ahead of us. And Kira doing a good job there. Just pulling to one side. Letting the traffic go through. Has Kira pitted yet? Yes, Kira has pitted. Just got Matt Hale behind, who was in the pits on lap 1. But that won't have been with fuel all the way to the end of the race. Look at this. Oh, this is for P20. Peter Knight up against Yusuf Bin Sahel. They've both been in. They've both done their pit stop. They've got Rob Crawford directly behind them. I think Rob's had has had a long pit stop. Yeah, spent another 10 seconds in the pits versus everybody else. Not quite sure what that is about. Change for 6th place as well. In fact, let's have a look at it. This is Matthew Shawnee up against Murray Adams. Shawnee holding it round the outside there. Is there going to be a little switchback going on here? No, they're both going to head into the pit lane and get their stops done. But Adams just getting through the motions. Lots of leaders in the pits. Now, where is Tom Roberts going to be in relation? There he is. Good attempt on the strategy. It's not quite worked for Tom Roberts there. He remains in second place. Does mean your race leader right now is Cam Watson. Cam Watson's gone longer this time. And right now, he's on for a very, very healthy score of points at this point of the season. Was another one of the quite a few drivers in this championship who were down at Wilton Mill a couple of Sundays ago for the latest round of the Club 100 Experience Championship. To note as well, if you are new around here and you're not from the Club 100 community, probably wondering what is Club 100, do head across to the website www.club100.co.uk. Busy time of the year. The entry window for drivers will be opening for 2026 very, very soon. That's just reminding me that I've probably got some social media posts to write next week to get all of that ready for you. I know the emails for current drivers will be heading out either, might actually be already out, but either next Monday or the Monday after. I'll review my dates and confirm in due course, but basically, if you want to be on the grid in real life, in Club 100, in 2026, be ready for the sprint to get the spaces on the grid for 2026. Again, the drivers or entries that do more rounds, they get a bit of priority over the rest. Oh no! Oh, I've just seen something come up on my screen that I don't like the look of. I think David Whitehouse has had a problem coming through the Le Mans turn. Oh, folks, we all know what's going to happen here. It's number 5. It's David Whitehouse's turn to meet the dreaded blue and white tyre wall on the exit of Le Mans corner. I don't think he'll have too much damage, and at least he's not been into the pits yet, so we'll still be able to use his fast repair. He's got away with one there. We've had 5 drivers in that wall tonight, but at least David doesn't have too much in the way of damage. Cam Watson's been in and completed his pit stop and has re-emerged in 6th place, just ahead of Adam Brown. Adam Brown's had a decent recovery here after that spin earlier on in the race. He's now back up to P7. Whitehouse has been into the pits, and we'll get going again. Lawrence Fiennes, I think, has been in that pit lane for a long time. Just see him there. I think he's out of the race. I think Axel Sliepčević is also out of the race. I think Jack Eyre is also out of this race. Back with your race leader then. 10 minutes of this race to go. Matt Swain looking like he's got a good level of control over this one. But the annoyance in his rear view mirror, Tom Roberts on debut, is not going away. It's been a very, very impressive run from Tom Roberts here tonight. Meanwhile, here, battle for 10th place. Battle of the Scots. Murray Adams and Josh Mitchell. Does Josh go for a move into Sunset? He's going to have a look down the inside. Nice clean move there. Murray Adams doesn't find that one too hard. Big thanks to Josh and Murray. Great drivers out on track, and a big part of the admin and organisation team, who've done a lot of hard work over the last 6 weeks or so, 6 to 8 weeks really, to get the series up and running, and up and running properly now. With strong grids, which you can draw. Oh, João Castro's gone round. Oh, João Castro off the road. So another case of a front runner making a mistake seemingly out of nowhere. We'll have another look at that again. So this was coming down into turn 4. Turn 1 was good. Turn 3. Oh, now I think Shroud just caught the grass on driver's right there. And either way, he goes back through. There's been a change. People asking for Ollie Walker overtakes. Ask and you shall receive. This was the battle with Yusuf Bin Sahel. Oh, well, that's getting a little bit close and personal, and through. Well, you asked for it, folks, and there it was. That's what I don't think that... I don't think Yusuf's going to be happy about that one. So we'll come back away from that. Oh, dear! Oh, Murray Adams is off! Oh, Murray Adams is off. Another driver has a moment out there. Now, what happened there to Murray? How did he end up in that position? Oh, that's a little bit of an interesting rejoin. Is the right-hand side of the car damaged? I think the right-hand side of the car's damaged here. So this was... Oh, and it's the corner that we've been talking about. Oh, that's a big hit. That's a huge hit for Murray Adams. No wonder the right-hand side of the car was completely damaged there. Oh, that is not a great rejoin. We don't really like to see that. But that's Murray Adams now out of this race. I tell you what, there's some rookies tonight that are going to have some very good results, because the drivers in Clubman are pushing hard and are making mistakes. Here's Rob Crawford on your screens, or was on your screens. He's trying to chase down the leader in rookie. It's Colin Ward again. Colin Ward, a much improved performance tonight versus what we saw at Navarra. Had a few incidents, did Colin. At the moment is on for a double class race victory tonight. We need to sort out Rob's liveries though. It's nice, but it's not legal. He hasn't got the Club 100 stickers on, so we'll get that sorted for round 3. But we'll stick with this, because Rob Crawford's going to have a go here, I'm sure, at Sam Dimolo for 16th place. Sam's had a bit of an up and down night, and that will be a straightforward move for Crawford. No fuss, no messing, through and up another position, and has now got to find about 5-6 seconds up the road to catch up to his class leader. Which at the moment, sorry, we'll just bring that back to the rookies. There is, or are your standings in the rookies. Ward leads by 5 seconds, then a couple of seconds back is Peter Knight, Ollie Walker, and not too far behind as well. Ollie Walker having a really strong second half of this race. So, could there be a class podium for Ollie Walker at this stage of the season? Peter Knight in the red and black machine. Had a few incidents in the first race. He's still going through that last part of the Le Mans complex. So race properly into its rhythm now. But we said that with 5 minutes to go of race number 1, and then we had another flurry of dramas. Everybody has pitted, so in respect of all of that, that is things done for mandatory pit stop action. Matt Swain still leads this race by, what is it now, 2.6 seconds. Matt Swain's pace in this period after the pit stops has been very good. Oh, Walker's going to go down the inside. That's lovely. That's very nice indeed. Through in through turn 2. Gets it stopped on the brakes. No way that Peter Knight. I like that. We're gonna have another look at that. That's a proper turn 2 overtake and how to do it. Walker gets down the inside, in control, gets on the brakes, stops it there. Yeah, no way that Peter Knight can get through. And turns 3 and 4 are just simply too tight to make any kind of response. That I like that from Ollie Walker. And that move as well puts Walker now up to 3rd place in class. Back with our race leader for a moment before we go back to Ollie Walker on the auto director. He likes to jump around a bit sometimes as the auto director. Let him do his things on exciting mode. Does look like changes potentially for the lead now. Actually, I thought Rob Crawford was pulling in there on Colin Ward at quite an alarming rate for Colin Ward supporters, but no, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Gap is down to 5 seconds between the two of them. Ideas for future rounds as well. I'm going to show you something that SDK can do, but we haven't got fully set up yet because we want the proper liveries on that everybody's running. So we could do this, but if we go for a car that's got a proper iRacing, CLUB100 iRacing livery on it, look, it doesn't match. I'm going to try and get that sorted out for round 4. Bit of a busy week at DDMM Towers next week. Off to Spain for the Miami Warriors final. But that's the last overseas duties of the year. So if you want to see that, click that sub button. Support the championship further. If you're enjoying the coverage as well, make sure that you've clicked that like button. Click a like if you want to see Ollie Walker absolutely send it here on Sam Dimolo. Walker on the outside line. Dimolo trying to defend. Dimolo's done really well with the defence there. We've seen many drivers breaking on that inside line into the hairpin and completely slide on an understeer. This is a good scrap between these two. I think Walker's going to get the move done. There's clearly... Oh, no! Contact between the two of them. Oh, and Walker's going to be off hard into the wall there. Big hit. Race over. Race over for Ollie Walker. I think they both moved a little bit on each other. Let's have another look at that again. Oh, that's a shame for the race to end that way. Oh, that's a really, really big hit into the wall. We'll actually run that one about a little bit further. So Walker gets alongside. Oh, difficult to tell from that angle whether it was Walker moving to the right or Dimolo moving to the left or a little bit of both. But either way, the result is Ollie Walker, after a really sterling run, out of this race and going no further. Not long to go in this one. Matt Swain has got 30 seconds remaining on the clock. And where is Swain at the moment? Just heading down towards Collier now. Race might be over on this lap. This might be last lap. And whilst, well, there's been lots going on behind Matt Swain tonight, but at the front of the field, it's been an accomplished performance. It's been the kind of performance that I think puts Matt Swain very much in the conversation for moving up to Premier when the data-driven review is done after round number 3. But he got pole position. It's a very, very close timed qualifying session earlier on this evening. Arguably one of the most exciting timed qualifying sessions we've had in recent history in this championship. There's an almighty scrap going on, by the way, for P6 that we'll come back to in a moment. But for Matt Swain, he's going to be the first driver with a perfect score in the round of this year's CLUB100 iRacing Championship. Out of the final turn, out of Sunset, Matt Swain puts the field to bed here at Sebring. It's a double win and a full round win as well for round 2 of this season's CLUB100 iRacing Championship. Second goes to Tom Roberts on debut. Third to Sam Spinale in this race. Fourth to Max Andrews. But the battle on the last lap has been brilliant between Adam Brown and Cam Watson. Brown is going to take it just behind Andy Alston in P5. Matthew Shawnee will be your round winner in intermediate. I think that's the first time we've said that. What a performance from Matthew Shawnee tonight. 2 top 10s. Drivers coming round the back of the field here is Colin Ward. Colin Ward is going to be your rookie winner in not only this race but also the round. That's a big step forward from Colin Ward, out of Sunset as well, and a top 15 to boot. Really good stuff from Colin Ward. Rest of the drivers coming over the line. Sam Dimolow's just going to hold on ahead of Peter Knight and Rob Crawford. The rest of the field coming over the line. Simon Delamere is going to come home in the top 30. That's all of your class winners over the line. But a really good night's racing here at Sebring. Hope you have enjoyed it. We'll have a quick rundown of the final results in a few moments' time, just whilst these final drivers are coming over the line. Simon Delamere there. I think our last driver over the line is going to be Kira Boylan. Kira Boylan's going to come round and be on the lead lap. That's a big step forward for Kira as well in the top 30. Good to see the rookies developing their skills on from the first round, but over the line. Good job there from Kira, and yes, that should be all drivers home and hosed for the evening. I think the only driver that we've still got out there, is Oliver Mulvey-Walker, but in a moment I think iRacing will time the 3-2-1 out after that big crash down at turn number 10. Real shame for Ollie Walker, who was on for a podium in class in this race, but it's a cruel game sometimes. Motorsport wasn't to be on this occasion. Right, well, before the final result is confirmed in a moment so that we can bring it up on your screen. In fact, yes, we now can bring the result up on your screen. To take you through the full run-through of how they finished after 40 minutes here at Sebring. Let's take the tower off. We don't need that for this part of the race. Apologies. In fact, there's lots of things on the screen that shouldn't be on the screen. Let's try that again. There we go. Matt Swain takes the race win, takes the round win as well. 2 from 2 for Matt Swain. Tom Roberts third, Sam Spinell fourth, Tom Roberts second, Sam Spinell third, and Max Andrews fourth. It'll be interesting to see whether Max Andrews has still got the championship lead after tonight, but either way, it's going to be a close run thing at the top of the standings. Fifth for Andy Alston. Good bounce back after the difficulties earlier on tonight in race number 1. Adam Brown would have wanted more, of course, but you know, a top 6 in that one after a spin earlier on in the race is not a bad end of things. So a good amount of points for Adam Brown, and Adam Brown is your top premier as things stand off the back of tonight's results. Not a good night for Axel Slijepcevic. Sam Sanders not able to join us, and Steve Hicks still on the injury table at the moment. 7th for Cam Watson, 8th for Tom Saunders, 9th for Josh Mitchell, and another great performance from Matthew Shawnee coming home in P10. Ronald Grossman fought back to P11 ahead of Joao Castro. John Adey in the end back to P13. Actually a really good recovery there from John. Second of the intermediates. John Adey, of course, had problems on the very first lap. Tim Ellis P14 ahead of the double rookie race winner tonight, Colin Ward in 15th. Sam Dimolow ahead of Peter Knight and Rob Crawford. Rob Crawford, good haul of points for Rob in that second race after the difficulties of the first. Moving into the second half of the field then, it was Yusuf Bin Sahel ahead of Eric Mignon to wrap out the top 20. Craig Brown and David Whitehouse home next, ahead of Rick Wong, Asan Iqbal and Sean Patterson. A good recovery from Sean there as well, another driver involved in the incident on lap 1. Martin Mock on debut, P26 ahead of Simon Delamere and Kira Boylan. Not a good night for Murray Adams, P29 after that spin later on in the race. P30 for Oliver Mulvey-Walker as well. Cruel luck towards the end with that incident with Dimolow. Daniel Cook, Matt Hale, Jack Mitchell-Lowe, Jack Eyre, Lawrence Vines and Axel Slijepcevic, all retirements in that one, in what was a rather dramatic second race of the evening. Well, that brings us to a close then. If you want to be on the grid for the next race, 2 weeks' time. In fact, this is the bit where we do this. Let's pull that one up there. Yes, it's not popped it up on the wrong feed. But let's get your entries back open then for the next round. What you need to do, click on the link down below or go across to thesimgrid.com. Search for Club 100. You'll see our community page on there. Click the MX5 events. That's where we do all of the initial registrations. Get your £30 entry fee paid to the DDMM PayPal, and you will be on the grid for 2 weeks' time. We're racing every other Tuesday through to the spring, apart from over the Christmas period. So, as I say, round 2 will be at Knock Hill in 2 weeks' time. Really looking forward to seeing Knock Hill back on the calendar. We had it on the calendar for some TCR racing a few years ago. I can't remember it being back since. So it should be really good to go to battle round, one of the classic British circuits. And again, we run these lobbies to noon of the day in real life that we're racing on. So how about some racing at Knock Hill in early November with the dynamic weather system? Will it rain for the first time this year? You'll have to tune in to find out here on the DDMM YouTube channel. The next time we will see some GT3 racing will be in 4 weeks' time. It will be on the 18th of November. We'll be on another new circuit for the series, but not a new circuit for the experienced sim racer. We will be on the Grand Prix Strecke of the Nürburgring. We're not doing the full Nordschleife, although we'd like to one day. But we're going to go rocking around the Grand Prix circuit for this same race format. Rest of the season looks like this. Zolder, then at the start of December in the MX5s. Portimao on the calendar for the 16th of December. We've then got a run on a free track, Oschersleben, on the 12th of January after the Christmas break. Mount Panorama, Bathurst for the GT3s on the 27th of January. And then we round off the season with another free track for the MX5s, Virginia International Raceway on the 10th of February. And then the season finale will be at another classic road circuit in the States, especially for endurance racing. Road Atlanta will be our venue for the season finale on the 24th of February. If that sounds like fun, if you are a Club 100 driver past or present, BUKC driver past or present, present BPEC driver, firm family relation of any of the above, a member of a BUKC affiliated university society, or simply a holder of a Motorsport UK esports license, you are eligible for this championship. 4 places on the grids for the full season are now back open. The entries are now back open ahead of the 4th of November. Remember, the entries close 6 p.m. the Monday before, so that'll be Monday the 3rd of November that the entries will close. But with that, big congratulations to Matt Swain. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, do click that like button. If it's been your first time here, do click that subscribe button as well. My name's been Andrew Mather. Join us on Sunday over on Alpha Live, end of the season for the Club 100 North Championships for the Cadet and Juniors. Myself and Reeve Taylor will be up at Karting Northeast, Warden Law for that one. And then of more DDMM commentaries the following week, we'll be out to Valencia for the Miami Warrior final. Very much looking forward to all of that before we're back here for the next round of the Club 100 iRacing Championship. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. And for those of you up at Warden Law on Sunday, we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.